Hello everyone, my name is Kate Marshall. The name of my channel is called Inked Paper Art, and today is day 84 of 365 days of junk journal ideas. Today we are going to be making a book page pocket, a little different than the ones I've seen before. I kind of forgot about this when it's been in my book of ideas for a long time, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to want some kind of book page. It doesn't have to be an antique 1700s French dictionary page like I'm going to use today. What I will tell you is the smaller your book page, the smaller your finished pocket is. The larger your book page, the larger your finished pocket is. So if you don't have any book pages that are sturdy enough to make a pocket out of, then I would suggest using a digital, or you can make this pocket out of anything. It can be scrapbooking paper. It could be literally any piece of paper. So let's go ahead and use one of these. And the first thing we're going to do is fold our paper in half. And so for this one, we're going to fold it in half right there. And then I would like this little, we can see the letters at the top. So I'm going to fold mine this way. So you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to fold over. You got your fold where you folded it in half. This is the fold over here. You're going to fold over this side half an inch, a half an inch all the way up and down. Then from here, you want to flip your complete project over so that that little fold over section is on the right. The only thing you need to worry about this project is that that little fold over section, the half-inch fold, where we just folded this little section over, is on the right. And then you're going to take that and you're going to fold up the bottom corner just to where it meets right there. Just make sure that that's neat and, it's all even. It matches there. And then you're going to fold it there. And so this is rag paper. It's super thick paper. Anyway, you folded that there, and then you're going to bring up this other corner, and you're going to fold again right here just to match that corner. And so get that up there, fold it as best as you can. I'm going to use a bone folder because my paper is super thick. If you need to use a bone folder, go ahead and do it. So you should have something that looks like this, and then you take this little flap here and you tuck it up under. You may need to tuck under the whole entire thing like I do there. And so you end up with a pocket that looks like this, and I will make another one so that you guys can see too. And then you just want to trim off this little corner right here. And there you go. You've got a pocket that looks like this. It has a pocket right here. And this right here is also a pocket. And when you glue it down on the page, you create another pocket or tuck. So let's go ahead and finish with this guy for a second, and then I will build another one because I know the folding sometimes, through the camera, whatever, it looks different. So I'm going to do a nice thumb hole notch here. There we go. And so there's that one. Let me go ahead and get a little bit of ink on this just so that we can see it. I'll try to match the inking of the original antique page. I left the original grunge all up here at the top. I love that. So that's how it's going to look. And then from there, you can decorate right here if you want to. You could add a little decoration down here. But again, you have a pocket here and you have a pocket here. Let's go ahead and do this one more time just so that everyone gets to see it again. And then we will decorate some. So here's another one of those book pages. Again, this book page was like 10 inches by 7 1/4, 7 3/4, something like that. So anyway, you're going to take your book page and you're going to fold it in half. Doesn't really matter, if it's a book page, scrapbook paper, whatever. Just fold whatever piece of paper you're using in half. Whatever size it is, just fold it in half. And then you're going to fold up this little section. I flipped mine over and I folded up this little section just like this. It doesn't matter here. You just want to fold up about half an inch. So I folded that up half an inch. And now you want to make sure that this little flap section, the half an inch fold, is on the right side when you flip your page over. So that little fold is on the right side over here. And this part over here is just the folded paper. And then from there, you want to fold up like this, just a nice little triangle there. All I did is fold that so that everything is level over here, even over there. And then you've got your little part here. You didn't do that this time. It was already there from the back side of the paper. And then you just fold up another triangle. So you just take this point down here and match it to this line over here. That's really all we're doing here, is just simple folding paper. If you like origami and stuff like that, this pocket is very much like an origami pocket. And so then when you have this flap all creased nicely, you're going to take him and lift this section up, in my case, because I have a very big pocket, and tuck it under there. It literally just tucks under there. Now you can glue that down. I would suggest adding a little glue there just to glue that down. And you can see this little corner here, he needs to be trimmed. No matter what you do, it'll always need to be trimmed there. And then from there, you can glue down, and you've got your pocket here, and you can thumb hole punch this right here, which we might as well go ahead and do it. And then we'll decorate 2, even though I need 3 today. So today's video is late. It is actually yesterday's video. And I will be making another video later today so that we can get caught up. Also today, so when you watch this video, whatever time you watch it, in about 50 minutes from the time I'm filming right now, I will be doing the free junk journal class for Friday. And it is it's the start of the botanical journal series. So if you purchased the March journal kit, the free class starts tonight, and it's March and April. So we're going to be making these journals all the way through March and April. And then they're botanical kind of field note. They're beautiful journals. I haven't made it yet, but I can tell you it's beautiful. And so, come on over and join us in 50 minutes or at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, however you want to think about it. But we're going to start those journals with making the cover tonight. And so that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting caught up on some videos, and we're going to start a live craft with me here soon. You guys don't have to craft along if you don't want to, and you didn't have to purchase the kit. The class, the free class, is open for everybody. You just come and hang out and chat. You don't even have to be in chat. You can just watch along and be working on something. And if you feel like saying hello, say hello. If you don't feel like saying hello, that's all good too. And some people, they like to use their own supplies, so you don't have to purchase the kits. You can just go ahead and use what you have. I just like the fact that we all get to craft together and hang out. So that's that. We've got 2 inked up and done. Let's go ahead and get some simple decoration going and kind of try to fill these. So these are rag paper, and they're super, super thick, nice, lovely paper. I can see that we've got like a little mushroom. How cute would it be to put like a little mushroom down here? And so I really want to add lace here and lace across the top too. I think these look really great with a little thin lace, so that you're not covering up your triangle, but just a little thin lace across here. And then you could also have done, if you didn't thumb hole notch, you could also have done thin lace here at the top. I will probably add lace even though we've thumb hole notched up there. But I think they're super cute, and you can just see, like, I'm just using Tim Holtz ephemera because when we do 15-minute videos, they're super, super quick. And so I'm just basically showing you, I would maybe do a little collage, but by making them out of book page, we already have the book page base. So that's super fun. And from here, we're just, we're pulling out little pieces of stuff to, decorate with. And then, you're just doing a little collage on your pocket. Obviously, I'm going to do more than this, but at the moment, this is what I'm seeing. And maybe we want to tuck in one of these, and maybe we want to tuck in one of these tags. So it's a super cute pocket. Now, as far as how to put it on a journal page, because I know you guys like me to show that too. So pretend that this botanical page is your journal page. Not that you would want to cover these guys up here, but pretend that it was. And so you would take your pocket, and I like to put them, they're floating pockets. You don't have to glue them down. You could just paper clip them in. But if you wanted to glue it on a page, you would glue the back of it like a normal pocket. So when you put it on your page, you're going to glue all the way around the triangle on the back. And that's going to allow you a nice big space to tuck a journal card back here. You could also leave it open so that it is just a tuck, where you're only gluing maybe on this side here and this side here to make it a big tuck back there. So you have lots of options, but from here, you can just load up your pocket with a bunch of cute little ephemera. You can add that little mushroom or decorate down there at the bottom. You could even do like a label and a mushroom down here and stack them together. You can see it would be super cute. So I know our video is only 9 minutes. We'll go ahead and do some. I didn't realize it was only 9 minutes. I said these pockets were quick, and I even surprised myself. So what I would like to add is a layer of some other paper back here. Let's see what I've got quick. I've got a scrap of music. That might work. I got a little scrap of handwriting too, so we could do a little cluster back there. And then over here, I've got some French, like school book handwritten papers. Maybe we could tear something from over there. Let's see. I might find something better. I really like the music to break up the text. You could also do like paper doily back there. So when I already have text on a background, I'm looking for music, I'm looking for ledger, or I'm looking for handwriting. I don't like to add another bit of, excuse me, I am losing my voice. I don't like to add another bit of text back there. I'm looking for something different to break that up. And so I'm not having a whole lot of luck in my scraps over here because I really do need to organize them. But we have some numbers. So maybe we'll do this one with the music and the handwriting. And maybe on this guy, we can kind of tear him again and get some of this numbers and put that back there. There's way too much white on that side. We can get some numbers in there. So I don't really like all that text at the top. We'll keep working with that one. And then we just need to find something else. And again, I like the music on these. I think it looks great. So handwriting or music. And that's what I'm digging for. Handwriting or music. I have this little bit of handwriting. I don't usually like to just tear into this guy, but he's so dang cute. So cute. So he's got a big straight edge over here. Let's go ahead and fix that a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And I have a little center opening right here, a little center opening for a focal point. Now, you know, I could put this little bird in here. I could do whatever I wanted to do there. Let me move these scraps out of the way. Let's see what we have. I mean, it's just Tim Holtz stuff over here. I didn't do any fussy cutting or printing yet because, as you know, I have been super busy, but I will get some digitals downloaded for the botanical journal pages, and I will do some fussy cutting and get all of that ready. And so I'm just kind of digging through this where you guys can see. Maybe we'll do a flower back there. I don't know, I kind of like the bird, but the flower I think fits better. So we're going to do this flower back there. That's going to be that one. And I know it's already decorated and you're going to stick stuff in it, but that's the way I like to do it, right? And maybe this one here, I don't know. It's simple. It's simple and sweet. Let's see what else we have. So I just like to keep all of my little bits organized and then I can dig through them just like this. I don't know if I want that one. Let's do this. I guess we're going to do this little daisy right here. So we've got this daisy and some kind of a butterfly, and we'll put this daisy more over this way, and then we'll do a butterfly over this way. So let's get these inked up and get them put on. And I need to make one more of these because everything I'm doing is in threes. And so that's the way I encourage you if you're making journals to sell. I encourage you, once you get a couple journals under your belt, go ahead and give making 3 journals at a time a try. Yes, they do take more time, but at the end, you already have all these supplies out. You already found a book page that will work for this project. You might as well just do 3 of them. Even if you're not making a full journal, just make the extra ephemera. That way, you can fill up your ephemera basket and use it when you need to fill in a pocket. So I encourage you to make extras. Every day when we do these videos, make as many as that, if it's a video you like, make as many as you can for that example and fill up your ephemera box. At the end of the day, nothing goes to waste. If you make ephemera and you don't end up using it, I encourage you to post it for sale on Etsy or in my Facebook group, because a lot of people like to buy pre-made ephemera because you know how much time it takes to make the ephemera, right? And so if it's something where at the end of the day, after a year or so it's been in your ephemera box and you just never found a use for it, post it for sale. And somebody else, I assure you, would love to have it to, they could use it as inspiration to make their own. They could, put it in a journal that they're working on. Maybe they bought a journal from someone and they just need some fillers to fill in the pockets and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and glue stick these. When I do collage, I do like to glue stick the pieces down. You have seen me recently when I'm in a hurry or something, I will use the art glitter. But when I'm doing collage, especially with little paper scraps, I do like to glue them down with glue stick. And so there's that one. Just make sure that you're not closing up your pocket. And then any Tim Holtz things, I do add the art glitter glue to. So you do need a couple of different glues. The art glitter glue is really great for thicker things. Like the Tim Holtz stuff, sometimes it's very thick. Like these little layers, they're quite thick. And so, you know, the UHU glue stick would probably hold it just fine. But I think you want to put the art glitter just to make sure. The art glitter is like cement. It holds everything extremely well. And it's really durable glue. I never ever have had a problem with it. So we're going to put that right there. So just simple scraps and simple little Tim Holtz things because I don't have anything else out at the moment, but we're just doing this. Need to get his antennas glued down. As you can tell, I am still very tired and my voice is trying to escape me, but we'll be fine tonight during the craft with me. We need a little label or something down here. I don't know what yet, but we'll put something down there. Oh, I think I had a mushroom. I don't know, but we'll figure that out here in a second. And let's go ahead and get this guy all glued up. So, as I was saying, just the right glue for the right job, right? That's very important. Why take all the time to build your ephemera and make your ephemera if you're not using the good quality glues? Because trust me when I say the other glues, they will not keep your project stuck. They will not over time. And so I just put that right down in the pocket. It was a longer piece of ephemera and I just tucked it right down in the pocket. And then this guy, we're going to go here. This is a very old rag paper one, but just little bits. Just little bits go a long way, you know. And so we're going to put that down in there where we can see it. And we're creating that open space right there for our focal point. And this is a Tim Holtz piece. And again, it's a layer, so it's the thicker kind. Don't have very good aim with my art glitter today either. I think everything is just tired. And I know many of you are tired because you stayed up very late with me last night for my live sale marathon finale. Lots of people stayed up very late last night. It was a super fun time. And so now we've got to do the task of getting the rest of the work done. There we go. And even though our flower just about covered up all of that handwriting, that's kind of the idea. And a lot of people, when they're doing collage, they get hung up on covering things up. I encourage you to not get hung up on covering things up because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. And so from here, I'm going to go ahead and glue down this little, I'm going to glue it here in the corner and over a little bit, but I'm not gluing the whole thing. I really kind of like the fact that this is also like, you know, you can see it's just folded paper there. So I glued the corner and I held it for a minute. So that's how that's getting glued. And I'll glue this corner here. And we're about 18 minutes. Maybe a little more glue there. There we go. And I'll hold that one. Rag paper book pages, amazing pockets. They're durable. You can fold in, fold in, fold them, and they will be wonderful the whole entire time. So there's two little simple things. I think maybe we could do some postage stamps on these to kind of brighten them up. They're both kind of very basic there. I could see adding a pink one to this one because this flower is a light pink. Let's see what else we have. Maybe a nice yellow to brighten it up. We need to brighten. So let's do one of these yellow ones. Let's do this yellow one right here. Yep, that one looks good. So let's do some inking around the edges. If you don't ink these little Tim Holtz postage stamp stickers, they do look a little brand new. And so this is where I'm getting them out of. It's a Tim Holtz postage stamp sticker book. I love this book because they're all organized by color. So sometimes you know exactly what color you need. All of these postage stamps are scans from original postage stamps. I will try to link the glues that I'm recommending and that postage stamp book in the description box of the video in case you're looking for it. It doesn't even have to be today. Like, sometimes you gotta use what glue you have and decide, maybe that's not working. I think green would look good here, but let's see about an orange, maybe a blue. I don't know. We need something else there. See, this one matches, but I think that's too matchy. I want to brighten it up. A brown would be good too, but I think I want to do an orange. So let's go back and look at orange. And yes, we're going to wrap this in a minute. For orange, I really do like this one, but I think we're going to do more of this color. Let's do that. So we add some color with some postage stamps. So I typically like to add a focal point plus a little extra, either a label, postage stamp, something like that. You just need to collage the pocket until it looks done, until it looks like, your eye has a nice place to rest and there's a focal point and all of that kind of stuff. So I think I didn't audition it, but there's no room up here. Like, you can't cram it here. You could cram it there, but I think we're going to tuck it somewhere down in this area. I mean, I maybe could do it right here or here. I think we're going to do it here. We're going to keep it all up there. And so for this guy, we've got all of this decoration. It's super cute, very cute. And then we've got this guy here. Different looks. I think this is a little more muted in color. Maybe we could add some, obviously we're going to add pockets or tags and stuff in our pocket anyway. And then I will decorate the bottom, but the bottom can literally just be like a little label, or I had that little mushroom, or you could have even done like the postage stamp down there. You could add a little cluster. Maybe you don't decorate the bottom and you just add that tiny little lace. I wish that I had the lace right here to show you, because that would be fabulous, but I don't have tiny lace in front of me. I need to go grab it. So that's the pockets for today. And then, like I said, you're just going to stick some ephemera in there. And so you're just going to arrange it however you want. I really liked this in here. So we put this big card back here. It's just a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera, but just for now, you have a card in there. You've got these butterflies, a tag, a little journal card, and it looks like that, and it's cute. And then when they take all the ephemera out, it is still decorated. If you don't want to decorate back there because you think it's a waste, you don't have to. You could focus your decoration here and just maybe add lace across the tops. But I think these are super cute, and I think they were a fast and easy make. If you want to glue this down back here, go ahead. I probably would prefer to do that, just so that it's not flapping in the wind and it holds my pocket more securely. Plus, if you're going to put this on a page, you probably want to make sure that nothing is going to get caught in this area. So I'm just adding some art glitter in there, and you got to do it in both layers because that's folded over paper. But then when you add it on a page and you stick another journal card back here, it's not going to catch on that little flap that's loose right here. So you probably want to add some glue there. But other than that, guys, I think we're good. We did it. Cute little pocket. And it was day 84. Now I need to film day 85 a little bit later today. I might get it in before I start my live journal making class. But anyway, this is day 84. I will do 85 tonight because today technically is 85. And then tomorrow will be 86. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.